up there, we've ended up in the Omoplata. So if you've been in class the last few weeks, we've worked a lot on just different techniques of just ended up getting ourselves to the Omoplata. So yeah, basic version is we stay nice and heavy on the shoulder, block the hip, move away, pull my partner flat, legs to the outside, lift and finish. But yeah, we need other ways, and obviously he's not just going to sit there, he's going to be trying to escape as well. So one of my favorite ways to really deal with this position or stay in control of this position is to take the gi out on the far side. So once I get here, take the gi out, and we're going to look to pull the gi as tight as we can right up into the armpit. So straight away he's feeling like pretty tight and controlled into the position. Let's go for like a basic Omoplata finish first, so he's not reacting or doing anything. I'm going to switch my grip. I'm going to take my hand down and block the knee to make sure that he's not able to move with me. Pushing on the knee, and then I'm going to move my hips. The feet are not going to move, so I'm going to move around like the hand of a clock. So feet stay where they are, my hips are going to move around, make sure the arm stays nicely tucked in, legs come to the outside, and then we're aiming for this far shoulder, lifting ourselves up over the top for the finish. So instead of just going hip, move away, I like the control that this gives me, and it gives me control when my partner tries to defend, which we'll do in a minute. Oh, hold on, we'll do in a minute. He's excited, he's ready to go. So we're going to pull this gi out, we're going to pull it as tight as we can. Pull, hand off to my right hand, block the leg so he's not able to follow me. If I don't block the leg and I just hold on to this and I move away, his hips move with me. So I'm going to switch the grip, so that's tight, I've got that rotation to the body, we're going to block the knee, and as I move away, hips move down, lift, and for the finish. Alright, so let's go for this like more basic version first, but that lapel pulling out is what we're going to work with today. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Alright, so just as a quick note, like some of you are like pulling this round, you're being just a little loose with this. Like the whole point of this is that we get like super tight connection to our partner and get the rotation of the body. So if I'm like this and his elbow's still on the floor, like I haven't done a good enough job pulling that through. So I want to like pull this through and kind of get like this puppet effect, so it lifts his arm up off the floor. That's how tight we're looking to pull this. So this control like limits immediately like what sort of escapes you can go for. Because my arm is across the body, jumping over to the far side is no longer an option. Because of the twist and the torque that I'm creating, like going underneath my legs is no longer an option. The two options that he has is number one, to sit himself back, which isn't a really smart option, but number two, a smart option is to do a forward roll. But he's going to end up in the same position either way. So if, say for example, he pushes his hand off the floor to try and posture, and as he postures, I take him back to the seated position. So we're still in the Omoplata position, but I've got already this control. So to finish from here, we're going to keep that gi tight through, and we're going to bring our elbow behind the hip. Really, really important that we bring the elbow behind. I'm going to reach up, grab hold of the collar. If I don't have the elbow there, when I put my foot down to try and move my hips away, he's going to move with me. So Ross, just move back as I go. So I go, he moves his hips. Here like this. Good, can you come around a little bit so everyone can see? That's it. But when I bring my elbow behind his belt, I'm going to actively use the elbow to push his hips forwards, keep control of the collar. As I push in, I move my hips away, and we end up getting the tap here. Or worst case scenario, because of the angle I've created now, I can kick my leg straight and we go back to the original position. So again here, like I've left him with not a lot of options. Number one option, he pushes off the floor and postures. As he does, I pull on the gi to make him sit down. Elbow comes in behind, we reach up, grab, move the hips away, and that's real tight. Back up to the knees. Another option that he has is to do a forward roll. Now I should have pretty good control, but if we're trying to like finish someone who's big and strong, dynamic, they start the roll and keeping in control of them is going to be difficult. So let's just go with him. So I'm staying in control, he starts his roll, I roll through as well. And look, we end up in exactly the same position. with the control, we pull tight in behind, reach up, grab the collar, move the hips, or kick the legs straight, flatten them out, they go to the outside, and we just finish in a regular way. So again, however we've got to our omoplata, we've reached over. Remember, we don't want to be tickling with this, we want to like pull it right there, so he feels really controlled. Either he sits back or he goes for the forward roll. So if he goes for the forward roll, we just roll with him and chase. Elbow comes in behind the back, reach up for the collar, then start to move. But remember, we're pushing our elbow into the back at the same time for the finish. So just an alternative way to finish when our partner tries to make that run for it. Okay, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. All right, so again, we kind of got to the same position here. So the last one that we're gonna do, just like bear in mind that we have some control already over the back. This is what's gonna allow us to roll with our partner. If I don't have any control over the back and I let him do a forward roll, go ahead. Then I kind of lose the position. I'm not completely out of it. I could like switch in and maybe come to the top, but I've lost like that submission opportunity that I wanted. So one of the reasons why we've got this gi out is so that we're staying connected, we're staying in control. It's not going to stop him from wanting to roll, but one thing that we are going to know is we're going to know ahead of time that he wants to roll. So that's when, like here, we're staying heavy on the shoulder. Super, super important for any omoplata. If you've got like this leg too bent here, it's just asking him to posture up. Nice, heavy weight through the shoulder. He starts to try and like roll over. I can feel him starting to want to go. And if I can feel him starting wanting to go, that's when I make the adjustment to bring my legs to the outside. He goes for the roll, and we follow through, okay? So, this last one that we're gonna do, not entirely sure of the name of it. It's kind of obviously in the same realm, but today we'll just call it a hall lock. Why not? I'm sure we'll probably get a few comments on the video telling me what it's called, but today we're going to call it a hall lock. So from this position, only when my partner's sitting down, I'm going to take my outside leg, I'm going to bring the outside leg, I'm going to try to find his leg. Then I'm going to lift his leg up, and if possible, I'm going to triangle my legs in. So I'm lifting his foot up off the floor. Now, already this is pretty uncomfortable for Ross. If I really want to finish this strong, I'm going to come up to my hands, I'm going to keep my legs straight, I'm going to move my hips back to a super, super tight finish. So again here, we've ended up essentially the same position. We can do the same thing. Grab, we can still finish this, we can still kick them straight, go down. But another option from here is we take the top leg, the outside leg, we're going to fish, we're going to find his near leg. We're going to start to lift and triangle underneath our own leg. Already, like we should be able to just about finish there, but what's going to make it super tight is if I come up to my hands. Up to my hands, keep the legs straight, move my hips back, and finish. So one more time. Oh, we're going for the roll as well. Come back a bit there, otherwise we're going to break the cameraman. Silly like Jordan. Right, so he tries to go for his roll, I bring my legs to the outside, I follow him for the roll. I immediately find hook. Right, for today, hall lock. Anyone on the video, you got a name for it? Let me know. 1, 2, 3, let's do it.